Alright, what's happening everybody? This is Mandarton, and welcome back to Mass Effect 2 Ramblin'. So last time we... Grunt seems very agitated. Last time we did the, we raided the Collector's ship, we got the information we needed, had access to Collector Homeworld, so now, basically all we're doing is, plowing through the loyalty missions for our party members. So I want to make sure I have basically all of them done before we actually do the Reaper IFF, because pro tip, you kind of get a clock on you once you do that mission. So we're going to do Jacob's next, because I think his is quick.
Commander, sorry I haven't really had time to check in since we launched. Glad to be on board. And I have to apologize, I'm a little unfocused due to a personal matter, but I won't let it affect my duties.
If it affects my crew, it's my business.
Sir, I don't want to distract from our mission, especially if it turns out to be nothing. But... well, I got pinged by a ghost the other night. Family.
Get to the point!
It's a waste of time if you jerk me around. What is it?
My father was first officer on a ship that went missing 10 years ago. I had not talked to him for 3 years prior. His ship, the Hugo Gernsback, sent an SOS last week, reporting a crash and a request for rescue. Just like that, out of the black. I'm not convinced it isn't just some automated distress signal ticking over. It's been too long.
I'd think you'd be more excited that your father might be alive.
He wasn't around enough for me to have bad memories. It's an old, well-healed wound. But if he's actually alive and needs help, I also want to note that it's not normal procedure for distress calls to be routed to the Normandy. This was passed to my personal log through Cerberus filters.
Any signs that this was a Cerberus front? Who passed this to you?
I doubt the elusive man would let a direct operation stake hold this long. If there's a link, it's probably just about money. Cerberus needs diverse holdings to fund projects like, well, you. And whoever sent this my way covered their tracks. Someone could be fishing for favors, or thought it would get under my skin. Who knows with that bunch?
You didn't get along with your father?
He made no apologies, I'll give him that. You make a mistake, you own up to it, even if you keep making it. Whatever problems we had were a lifetime ago. I've had 10 years to get to where I am, and as far as I know, he's still a ghost.
I think we can spare the time. Pass the coordinates to Joker.
I appreciate that, Commander. I don't expect more than dusty old bones, but it'll be good to close the record.
Yeah, actually, I'm probably most likely going to have cut that out, but I discovered another anomaly on the way over here. Not this particular anomaly. There was an anomaly in the relay system that was another one of those side missions that I talked about very much enjoying in a few episodes ago, but I'm most likely just not going to record those. There's only one that I really feel like, one little string of quests that I feel like I really need to do since this is a New Game Plus file. And that's the one that gives you more heavy weapon ammo, but I think I'll be fine without it, so we're just only gonna record the main story and DLC stuff. So yeah, this is the mission.
Run a scan of the ship. I detect no life signs, but there may be useful technology or information still inside.
So I think I've talked about this before on the channel. I don't know how many of you guys have ever watched any of the Star Trek shows.
It is, and mostly intact. They could have survived impact, but it's been years.
But this mission basically feels like it's straight out of a Star Trek episode. It starts out, one of the crew members has some sort of personal reason for doing something on this planet that the ship has discovered, and you go down and you think everything's like gonna be one way, and then there's an extra layer to that where it's like, oh no, this isn't that. It's this isn't A, it's B, and then oh, it's actually C when like it really starts to unravel, and then you factor in the one particular crew member has their own like motivations for it. Maybe there's like an emotional attachment to something. In this case, it's Jacob's father, and the truth sort of unravels as they gather more information, and ultimately you have to make a decision, which is what Jacob has to do. So yeah, very, very Star Trek feeling to it. At least some of the, reminiscent of good Star Trek, not the crappy Star Trek. You can decide which Star Trek I'm referring to for yourself.
What was her name? Sarah? Suzanne? My God, I can't remember her face. We need to get out. So I can remember, can think straight. They have to hurry.
Yeah, so like already we're getting a taste of like the first layer to this mission, that like not everything is what it seems. Like this wasn't just a crash. There was something else going on here. There's something else I want.
Repeat,
Right.
Toxology alert. Danger of rapid neural decay. Local flora chemically incompatible with human physiology.
From the look of it, this beacon's been here a while. Why would they wait years to signal?
Pause in beacon protocol. 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours. Pause is recorded as record deleted by acting captain Ronald Taylor.
So there's another little hint right there,
Father's
record deleted.
Ronald
So
Taylor
clearly there was
was
some sort of
promoted under
cover-up
emergency command protocols.
behind whatever
Other
happened.
flagged issues: unsafe deceleration, local food and neural decay, beacon activation protocols.
Who's in command of this ship? Where are the survivors?
Captain Harris Fairchild reported killed following unscheduled suborbital descent. First Officer Ronald Taylor promoted in-field to acting captain.
But where is he now?
The location of the remaining crew of the Hugo Gernsback is unknown. This beacon has been unattended for several maintenance cycles.
I assume unsafe deceleration refers to the crash. Give me the details.
Following an unspecified impact and sublight drive failure, the Hugo Gernsback made an unscheduled descent at 465% of theoretical recommended suborbital velocity. The Hugo Gernsback then decelerated at 782% of theoretical recommended approach velocity, sustaining significant damage to investment and crew.
Local food impairs brain functions? What are the effects?
Impairment of mental function due to chemical imbalance begins within 7 days of ingesting local flora, regardless of decontamination or preparation. Impact on higher cognitive abilities and long-term memory is cumulative, but significant within a standard month. It is not known if neural decay is permanent. Data collection was not completed.
Come on, let's get going.
Our father had a working beacon but didn't signal for almost 9 years. Maybe that neural decay affected him.
After 10 years, it must have.
You came from the sky? The leader said someone would come. He delayed for so long, but he still has power. Some have lost faith. The hunters. They will have seen your star. They will not let you help him.
What are you talking about? You're not making sense.
I don't remember how to say it. He's our leader and we serve so we can go home. But some want to fight him. They were cast out. He exiled them. So they hunt his machines and those who help him. They don't believe that rescue will come.
Watch out.
Shit, I thought that was going to be a renegade interrupt.
They will stop until the leader
That was
is dead.
close.
Kill them! Agents of the liar! He will not escape!
These people didn't have neural decay. They're crazy.
Our father wouldn't let this go on. Something is very wrong.
I think your father would, Jacob. Alright, let's keep
Is that a
moving.
settlement? They better be friendlier than the beach group. I need answers.
I need some answers. Thought there was supposed to be a tech upgrade that I could get here. God damn it.
These people seem calm, but they're part of the same group as the ones that attacked us.
There aren't any men here. Maybe it affects genders differently. Makes males get violent.
That's possible, but the woman on the beach said the exiled ones came back as hunters.
It doesn't matter right now. One of these people must know what my father has to do with this.
You have his face. He promised to call the sky, but he sends nothing.
He forced us to eat, to decay. You are cursed with his face.
And here's the second layer.
You certainly seem to have a way with words.
Or the third layer, I don't know. I don't know how many layers. There's a lot of layers in this mission.
My father forced the crew to eat toxic food. What the hell?
What the hell? That is pretty fucked up. Alright, is there a thing I can get?
Look at these spoiled food stores. They've been eating only that top.
I can't talk to you. I don't want punishing.
Punishing?
What the hell? Somebody had to push them to make that. That's border.
The hunters will kill you. They fight because he exiled them and waited too long.
He's gunning down his own crew to keep control? That's horrible.
Well, that would make them hate him. Maybe it was just for defense.
Please. You have his face. But you fight his machines. You might stop this. This, I forget how to read. But this was the start. What he promised and what they did to us. We need the sky. Take us back to the sky.
Think on your own time. What's in there?
It's
You're an asshole, Shepard.
Some of
I
the
guess I'm an
beacon
asshole
repair was taken
making it. But I need the renegade points. I've talked about that
They were
many
afraid they'd
times.
run out of supplies and lose their minds to the decay.
If you want to hear my
My father
opinions on the
restricted
renegade
ship
stuff,
for
look back at
himself
other
and
episodes.
officers so they wouldn't be affected. Everybody else had to eat the toxic food and hope for treatment later. The rest is a casualty list. A few mutinied over the decision. My father and his officers turned the mechs on them.
He wasn't command material and it got to him. Couldn't keep the crew in line without violence.
It didn't stop there. More incidents, harsh punishments. It's like they're cattle or toys. In a year, all the male crew members are flagged as exiled or dead. They separated out the women, assigned them to officers, like pets. And after the beacon is fixed, the officers appear in the casualties too. After. My father took control and didn't stop it.
Anything in there about whether the effects of the toxic food can be treated?
Nothing. But it seems like the right call. If everyone gets it, who's left to fix the beacon? You'd never get out. But they did fix it. And the signal wasn't sent until now. I'm starting to see why.
Does it say why he separated the men and the women? Or is it as bad as it seems?
No, it turns to gibberish. Maybe the men got violent early on, but from the state of this place, I'd say the hunter thing is recent. What he allowed here, Shepard? I don't see any justification.
We haven't seen any other officers. He killed them?
There were 5 after the crash. Medical, engineering, bridge staff. Should have had no problem fixing the beacon and keeping people safe. All killed within the same week. About a month after the beacon was repaired.
It's looking like he only activated the beacon because the men have come back ready to fight.
He let this happen, and now it's biting him in the ass. 9 years. Why didn't he set it right? I need to find this man.
There, no, he says, I need to find this man. Like, he's already basically renounced him as being his father, or whatever, which is good, because, yeah, that's not any kind of father I would want to have. But yeah, this is like, yeah, that Star Trek thing where, you know, it's like the final you know, the true horror behind like what's actually been going on is, you know, revealed, and now like, you know, the crew members got to deal with it, and get the personal element with Jacob and everything. This is a great mission, and it's, you know, with all the horrifying stuff, you know, attached to it.
This is Captain Ronald Taylor. Thank God you're here. My crew went insane. I only just got free. God damn it. It's really him.
Was this the thing?
Just got free. He's covering his ass.
It looks like the old bodies were posed like a warning. The newer bodies were just left wherever they fell.
The hunters started fighting back.
Yeah, the combat is very secondary to what's actually, you know, the point of this mission, because you're kind of just fighting trash, essentially, just the mechs.
We can use this.
Okay, there's a tech upgrade. Good. All right, so I wasn't gonna, you know, miss out on that. That was my main concern. Switch to pistol, because pistols are cool.
He had his fun. Now he wants out.
Sorry, Jacob, but your dad's kind of an asshole. And I kind of already talked about Jacob as a person, but Jacob's, you know, a very, you know, very much a no-nonsense guy, you know, own up to what you've done in any situation, you know, don't jerk people around. So, yeah, this hurts him especially hard, that his father would be a fraud on top of being a sociopathic harem lord. Oh, there he is. Damn it, you're an essential NPC for the moment.
You're here. I knew a real squad would blow through just fine. Sorry if the mech scuffed your pads. I'll get you something nice when we get back to Alliance space. I've gotta have some back pay coming. What about your crew, acting captain? Total loss. Toxic food turned them wild. They propped me up here in some kind of ritual behavior. Waiting for a chance to signal has been hell. That's the best you can do? You let all your people talk back like that? Who are you exactly?
Your worst nightmare.
Doesn't matter. You're running a very questionable setup here, Captain. Explain.
Of course. It was chaos after the crash, and the crew never really accepted me as captain. They rebelled and trapped us here. Once they started eating the toxic food, I couldn't control them. And I couldn't get to the beacon. Just stop. We know what you did to your crew. Why let this go 10 years? Who the hell are you? Taylor. Lieutenant Jacob Taylor. Jacob. My Jacob?
Yes, you're
Not who
Jacob.
you expected, Captain.
I was hoping not to have to explain this to him. Or anyone, really. You have to understand.
I was really hoping I'd just get away with it.
The realities of command, they change you. I wasn't ready for that. I made sure you were taught right. Before I left, I hoped to leave it at that.
I'm not biting, Captain. At some point, you chose to do this to your crew. You.
What was that moment? I want to know that there was an actual reason. There was resistance to the plan. Mutiny. We had to take a hard line to keep order. And things settled down. As the decay set in, we made sure the crew were comfortable. Some even seemed happier. Ignorance is bliss, right? And they were grateful for guidance, like an instinct. Pure authority was easy. At first. Months in, the effect lowered inhibitions. They got territorial. Rank, protocol, they couldn't understand. We had to establish dominance. After a while, the perks seemed normal. That's it? You created a harem and played king? 10 years in a juvenile fantasy? I can't point to where it all went wrong. But when the
Maybe it was when I started having them be my sex slaves. Or maybe it was when I started murdering them. It went wrong somewhere, though. That's for sure. I know that.
What happened to the other officers?
Anders found his conscience a little late to step back. He had an accident. things got tense. End of the day, I was the one with the mix. I got a little basic in setting examples. But I was kind to my people once things settled down. Seemed like I'd earned some peace.
You fought over people like they were toys. Things.
You didn't feel any responsibility to get out of here for the sake of family?
I gave him a good start. He was a smart kid and was better off not following me. We figured that out a long time before I took jobs in deep space. And after things escalated here, it seemed best to just disappear off the galactic map.
Till you needed someone to save your ass.
What triggered the males to change and threaten you?
This planet has some strange cycles to it. I've seen some plants around I never saw before. Odd weather. Maybe some just adapted a little too well.
And if you treat them like animals, big shock. They become animals.
Can't say this wouldn't be a hell of a vacation. But you don't get to just walk away after all this time.
You're damn right it doesn't. What happened here, I should vent his head. But he's not even worth pulling the trigger.
You tell him, Jacob.
I don't know who you are. Because you're not any father I remember.
I'm pretty sure we can spare the ammo.
Yeah, you're right. But I'm not taking the shot. My father owned his mistakes. He was a different man. A good man.
Half charge. You've seen the crazy ones. This won't stop them.
It's not for them, Dad.
It's a great mission.
Alliance ships are inbound to pick up survivors, Commander. We could be long gone by the time they get here.
They get as much as a glimpse, and you're restricted to decaf.
Great, may as well serve it in the airlock, you hard ass.
What do you mean it wasn't you?
Jacob, if I had leaked the information about the Gernsback, I would be smiling at your resolution of the situation. I am not smiling.
Really? Because given the result, it feels like something you'd have your hands in.
You know very little about me, Shepard. Don't presume to understand my intentions. Cerberus is ultimately about humanity. My people are valuable to me.
Fine. You didn't forward it. So who did?
I did.
God damn it, this is a private hologram, girl.
Was this supposed to be a favor, or did you just want to see him squirm?
What he did with it was his own business. There was a time when it mattered to you. Sending this along seemed like keeping an old promise. I keep my promises.
Miranda, we'll discuss your liberal interpretation of security protocol in private. Shepard, Jacob.
Okay, bye. How you doing, Jacob?
You good with this, Jacob?
It's all bull, Shepard. Captain Taylor's body has some catching up to do, but the man died a long time ago. I've already dealt with that. I guess he was a good enough father that even he can't screw up what he taught me.
You had no idea Miranda was behind this?
No, she's got a good memory. Selective, but good. I haven't thought about those days in a long time. Can't figure which promise she meant, though. Not sure I really want to know. She requires a better man than I.
Maybe a shit. No, just kidding.
Come on, we've got work to do.
Aye, Commander. Shepard, thanks for the help.
I don't want you to
Make
think.
a habit of it.
Sorry, Jacob, but renegade points. Let me just check, see how my renegade score is. See if I have to continue being a dick. Damn it, I got a bit more dicking I gotta do. Fuck. Got a significant amount of more dickery I gotta pull off. Dickery? Dictitude? I guess we'll debrief with Jacob, even though that was kind of already a debrief.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
Kelly. Kelly. Hey, Jacob.
Thanks for diverting to the Gernsback, Shepard. I appreciate being able to clean up that mess. And don't worry, it will not affect how I do my job.
It better
It's
not.
over.
Alright. Let's see. Normandy. Where's the Normandy upgrades? Normandy upgrades.
Any thoughts on how to prepare against the collectors?
Like I said, if we don't upgrade the hull on this boat, people will die. I have some Alliance favors I can call in if you...
Let's do it. Ship upgrades. Gonna have to get to that med bay eventually.
Commander, can I help you with something?
Apparently not.
We'll talk later.
Commander.
Alright guys, well yeah, that was probably gonna be the end of this episode. I mean, we got a nice quick mission in there. I think next time I'm gonna probably do...
Very agitated.
Yep, we'll catch you later. K-bye.